Hi, and welcome to Tuesday's maths lesson for Group 2. So we're continuing with addition, and I know some of you have done more complicated questions before, maybe like 4-digit add 4-digit or 5-digit add 5-digit numbers, but we're going back just to kind of simplify things, just to make sure that we really understand what we're adding. Because when we do like column addition, we're just adding those numbers and not always know what we're doing and why. So that's why I've just taken things a step back. So we're just going to look at some place value things now. So I'm just going to swap you over. Okay, so just looking at our place values, so you can see that's 100 square. So they're the hundreds. These are our tens, and there's our ones. Okay, so there's our place values there, hundreds, tens and ones. So just thinking what they represent. So we do have 200s, so 200. And we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, so 4 tens. And you can see is there are ones, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so add those up, 200, add 40, add 7 would be 247. So I could show it like that, 200, add 40, add 7, 7, 4, 2, 247. And then you can see I've got some numbers on the right hand side here. So I've just got one block of 100. I've got 2 tens, so 100, 110, 120, and I've got 3 ones. And you can see I've got 100, 20, 1. So that'll be 121. Now I need to add all those together. So a couple of different ways I could do that. So I could do that with my grids, rods and ones. So I'm going to have a look at that now. So what I'm going to do is add those together and put them all together. So you can see I have got my ones. So I'm going to add my 3 ones. So 1, 2, 3. And now you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got 10 ones. Now what I can do there is I can now swap that, exchange it for a rod of 10. I don't need to have all my 10 ones there. So what I can do is get rid of those and put my rod of 10 there. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. Now I'm going to take my rod of 10 from the other side. So now I've got 6 rods of 10. So I'm adding those together. Now what I forgot to do is bring over my extra 10 before, because I exchanged 5 ones for a 10. And then I needed to bring the 2 other 10s over. Okay, so now I'm going to bring my other 100 over. So you can see I've got 1, 2, 3 hundreds. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've actually got 370. Now I could actually do this another way, where I could actually just partition the numbers, where I'm going to split them up to their hundreds, tens and ones. So I've got 2 hundreds, 4 tens and 7 ones. And over here, 100, 2 tens, 3 ones. So let's have a look what that would look like. Okay, so we can see 200 add 100. That would be 300. So that'd be 300s. And then 4 tens add 2 tens would be 6 tens. And that equals 60. And 7 and 1 is 8. So 300, keeping my place values, 60 and 8. So add those all up together. We've got 368. In fact, I've just realised that that 1 should have actually been a 3. There we go. So I've just changed that 3 there. So 703 is actually 10. So add all your zeros up, it'll be 0. And adding my 10s up, there's 7 10s there, which is 70, and 300s, 370. Okay, so we can actually do this as a column method, which is something we're used to, but it's understanding those values, which is really important. So we can see we've got 7 1s and 3 1s, so 703 is 10. So what we've got now is we need to rename because we've got 10 1s. So we need to put our 1, our extra 1, over here. And that's going to be in the tens column. And 0 here. Okay? So I've exchanged those 10 1s, 10 individual ones, for a rod of 10. So now we can see I've got a 10, 1 10, 4 10s and 2 10s. So add those together. 1, add 4 is 5, add 2 is 7. And then 200s add 100 equals 3. And our answer there is 370. And for our worksheet today, again, we've got something very similar to what I've just done. So you can see is you need to write the value of these 3. What's that? What's that? And what's that? Add the value of these. It's good to show your workings out on the sheet or write them in your book. So this and that equals what? Okay, absolutely essential you show your methods. Same for B and same for C. And I can see here is doing the column method, but you can see here 8 and 9. So that is bigger than 10. So remember what we did is we had to then put 1 in the tens column. So we know 9 and 8, well, 9 and 1 is 10, and you've got 7 left, so that would be 17. So you need to put the 1 in the tens column, because you've got 17 1s, so you put 1 in the tens column, and 7 in the 1s. And make sure you add that 1 when you add the 6. Okay guys, give it a go.